What's up, Spurs Nation? So I've been asked to watch this video, and it's "Do the San Antonio Spurs Officially Suck?" by Pick a Side. Now, I wouldn't look at this video if it weren't for like at least 20 to 30 people asking me to look at this, either on Instagram or through the Discord. Join the Discord. But yeah, so a lot of people have been saying, hey, look at this video. It's such a bad take and it's such an idiotic take. And I just want to be fair. I have not watched it thus far, but from this ratio, this doesn't look good. Should I give them a thumb down? No, we're going to wait. We're going to be unbiased here. So yeah, so let's go ahead and go straight into it and see what these gentlemen are talking about. Now, right off the bat, I just want to go ahead and comment on their aesthetic here. I do like the way that they got their mic set up. I like the poster back here. That looks really nice. Lauren Hill, that's great. Shows that you guys are sophisticated. Okay, so you're not totally bad when it comes to at least taste in music. But yeah, I like the aesthetic overall. So let's go ahead and see what they have to say.
The worst pick of the draft was by the San Antonio Spurs, selecting Josh Primo with the 12th overall pick.
The worst? Okay, wait a minute. When was this uploaded? Because I want to be fair. August 9th. Wait. They said this on August 9th? Wait, when was the draft? NBA draft 2021. It was July 29th. They had time to like look at. Okay, all right, let me chill. All right, let's get into it. We after the last couple weeks, I think all Spurs fans would agree that it was not the worst pick. It was actually a really good pick, but whatever.
And this begs the question: are the Spurs an overrated franchise when it comes to evaluating talent and selecting in the draft? Since 2014,
wait. This is the angle we're going in? Are the Spurs bad at picking draft picks? Are you kidding me? Are we overrated when it comes to... Okay, right off the bat, how do you have a straight face? How do these two have a straight face with what he just said? Okay, I'm going to hear him out.
On picks. Kyle Anderson, Nikola Milutinov.
Okay, first off, Kyle Anderson is a phenomenal pick. I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, maybe not Nikola, but I mean, we didn't really get to see him so that much. But
Milutinov, DeJounte Murray, Derek.
That's a great one. He's about to say Derek White. That was a great one. I think Derek White was 20. Was he 29th, guys? I think he was 29th.
White, Lonnie Walker, Lucas Samanich, Keldon.
These are all great picks. What is he talking about?
Johnson, Devin Vassell, Josh Primo.
Hello? Are you? Is your brain broken, bro? Like, what are you talking about?
Their best pick has been DeJounte Murray in the first round, and DeJounte.
I mean, kinda. I guess. I think Keldon Johnson probably. What's up with this smirk, bro? Like, this is a dumb take. Maybe he's laughing at him.
Murray's a good player, but they have not drafted an all-star since 2014.
We rarely have all. What is he talking about? Okay, hold on. If this is the angle we're going in, we have to at least do a little bit of research, okay? So you see. So we're going to go through. He says since 2014, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a little exercise, okay? Let's see. 2014 draft. Let's see. All right. Let's do it. Let's do a little searching here. All right. So what we're going to look at is here's the 2014 draft. Okay. Kyle Anderson is 30, number one overall pick or first round pick. Not number one overall. I'm sorry. First round pick, number 30. Okay. Now let's see how many players we can look at on this list that are either irrelevant or it's just a, I don't know, role player or not in the league at all anymore. Just right off the bat, okay? Anybody? Mitch McGarry, Bruno Caboclo. Some of these people I don't even recognize. But I think the most efficient way to look at this is everyone that came after Kyle Anderson, okay? Yeah. Other than Spencer Dinwiddie, Jeremy Grant maybe, I don't know where the Spurs missed here. From what was available, I don't see how they missed at all. Joe Harris, maybe. I just don't see where they missed. Kyle Anderson fit a role that we needed at the time. And to be quite frank, Kyle Anderson is a phenomenal player. So I don't know what he's talking about in that regard. So now let's talk about 2015. Okay? I don't remember who we drafted. Where are we? Where are you, Spurs? Hold on, guys. Just give me a second. Who did we draft in the first round 2015? Oh, this is Nicolo. Okay, Nicolo, I give him that. Okay, I give him Nicolo if you want to give him that. I really don't want to, but all right, 2016. Now 2016, we're gonna look at DeJounte Murray. Okay, there's plenty of players after DeJounte Murray that aren't relevant at all. Paul Zipser, like Patrick McCaw, like these guys are not, maybe Malcolm Brogdon, but other than that, like the Spurs made a phenomenal pick. What are you talking about? I mean, Scal Labissiere might have been a pretty good pick, but this is a phenomenal pick. Like, it's not even close. DeJounte Murray's much better than most of these players, or if not all these players. He's better than all these players, in my opinion. So, like, okay, that's a stupid take. I'm sorry. I know this video might go on a while, but I think this is necessary to at least break down this. We're only 16 seconds in, but I have to at least look at what they're looking at. Derek White. Okay, after that, you could have got Josh Hart, but Derek White is a phenomenal player. As far as what they would bring to the Spurs, I think Derek White brings a little bit more for what we needed, especially defense. But then after that, like, who did we miss? Who did we miss? What do you mean? Maybe Dylan Brooks. Maybe. Like, who did we miss? We didn't miss anybody. So that's a dumb take. And then if you look at 2018, 2018, Lonnie Walker. Once again, who did the Spurs miss? Who? Amari Spellman, Grayson Allen. Good player, but who did they miss? Lonnie Walker is a phenomenal talent. The Spurs are phenomenal at picking talent. And like right off the bat, this is a stupid take. I'm not going to take all my time with this, but you can kind of see where I'm going at, right? Like, this is right off the bat, just a few seconds in, I can already break down their argument as being dumb. He mentioned Luka Samanic and Keldon Johnson. Once again, who did we miss? We didn't miss anybody. You got to wait and see with Luka, but Keldon Johnson is phenomenal. Like, what is he just played in the Olympics? This was uploaded August 9th. What? Okay. All right. I'm going to chill. I know I went on like 5 minutes of just looking at draft picks, but it is, I don't know. Okay. All right. I'm cool. We got a lot of time left. So
in the first round, they have also not picked in the highest of spots as well.
Wasn't that a trade too?
Okay. Well,
no, they drafted DeJounte.
What was the George Hill trade? No, it's about for Kawhi.
George Hill was the George Hill trade. Yeah, that was in 2013, I believe, or 2012. One of those.
So they didn't even draft Kawhi, right?
They drafted him. They did draft him.
Why are y'all talking about something that you have no idea? Like, that was so off topic. Like, that was just more proof that we're great in the draft. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
But the thing about it is that if you look at the Spurs draft history,
I'm looking, dog.
In the past 20 years, the only players that they have drafted in the first round that have became All-Stars have been Tony Parker and Kawhi Leonard, which means that in that 18-year window, they have not drafted any All-Star.
Okay, in the position that we're in, what team has drafted nothing but All-Stars for 20 years straight? What are you talking about? Do you understand how hard it is to find an All-Star? Not only is it hard to have an All-Star, All-Stars mean virtually nothing at times, okay? There's so many players that can become All-Stars that have nothing to do with their value on their specific team. And the Spurs are just keen on that. Like, we are infamous for that, for getting guys that are perfect for us but aren't All-Stars. Like, obviously, DeJounte Murray is good enough to be an All-Star. Obviously, Kyle Anderson, in my opinion, was a phenomenal player. He's even getting better now. He's good enough to be a All-Star. But the All-Stars are based on what the fans want. And when it comes to the Spurs, we don't have popular players, okay? We just don't. Unless you're just like a phenomenon like Tim Duncan, you're not going to continuously make All-Star games. It's just not going to happen. That's just such a stupid take, bro. Like, what is he talking about?
And this is a team that gets a lot of credit for scouting.
Yeah, we're really good at scouting. Yeah. It's been proven over the past 20 years, yeah. Do you know that Manu Ginobili was like a late second-round pick? I don't even know how many All-Star games Manu Ginobili should have been in. That's like a prime example right there. Like, how many? We're going to look this up. really quick. I'm sorry, but this is gonna be a long video apparently. Manu Ginobili. Like I said, I'm just watching this video straight up. I have not prepped for it at all. Let's see. All-Star appearances, I guess. Is that what you want to do it? I mean, obviously, Manu Ginobili should have been in the All-Star game every single year he's been in the league. Let's see. Was named All-Star 2 times. The great Manu Ginobili, greatest sixth man of all time, one of the most phenomenal foreign talents of all time. 4 NBA championships, was an all-star twice. Hello? Are you guys okay? Like, what?
But in reality, I think they're overrated because
Why?
Tim Duncan is really the reason their franchise got saved when they got the #1 overall.
What does that have to do with us being good draft talent? What does that have to do with anything?
Pick and they lucked out because David Robinson was hurt. That won in a championship. Tony Parker obviously was a great find. Manu Ginobili also in the second round.
Right.
That really set up their franchise for success.
Yeah, that means you're really good. Yeah, you find talent that sets you up for like decades. Yeah. The same guys that drafted these 3 phenomenal talents are still there. RC Beavers is still there. Popovich is still there. What are you talking about, bro?
Success in a matter that whatever guys you surround around that big 3, the team will still be successful. They didn't have to draft.
I mean, there's some truth to that, but okay, go ahead.
After well, and then Kawhi Leonard, they made that pick, but I think Kawhi Leonard becoming good was more in part to him just having a legendary work ethic, more so than their development, because ever since drafting Kawhi,
Is
they
he
have
kidding
tried
me?
to draft
He's
these
kidding,
athletic
right?
Guys
He's kidding, right? He's kidding, right? No one believed in Kawhi Leonard. No one believed in Kawhi Leonard. Not a single fan believed in Kawhi Leonard, except for Spurs fans. And the thing that made Kawhi Leonard special is the fact that he was under Popovich. He learned how to win. The reason why Kawhi Leonard went to Toronto and he played phenomenally well in getting them a championship, of course, is his own work ethic. That's every single player. I have news for you, bro. Every single great player has work ethic. You can't just straight up and scrape the amount of work Chip England did on him, the amount of work that the Spurs system did for him, every single thing. Even in 2014, everybody was talking about how he's just a system player. That's how good we were at molding these guys. That is such a stupid, idiotic take. You literally should have a show with Kendrick Perkins. This take is so asinine right off the bat.
Lonnie Walker, he hasn't panned out. Devin Vassell, we'll see what he becomes. Kyle Anderson.
Yeah, we'll see what he becomes. Like, what is your point? And who did he say didn't pan out? I'm sorry.
They have tried to draft these athletic guys like Lonnie Walker. He hasn't panned out.
Well, we don't know. This is his contract year. What are you talking about?
Devin Vassell.
And he's only getting better. I won't show it, but his stats have gotten better. Just trust me, okay? Each season, Lonnie gets better. I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll see what he becomes.
Yeah.
Kyle Anderson, out of UCLA, he was good, and he's turned into an okay NBA player, but
he's a very good player. Kyle Anderson, if I had to base my game on a player, and I said this before on stream, if I had to base my game, if I wanted to be an NBA player and I had to base it on someone, it would be Kyle Anderson. Why? Because he can pass the ball, because he can rebound the ball, because he's a good defender. He makes the right play. He makes great shots. He goes at his own pace. He's a phenomenal talent. He is straight up like a newer school Boris Diaw. Once again, stupid take.
He hasn't turned into he didn't turn into that with the Spurs. He turned into that in Memphis.
Stupid. That's stupid. He did become that with the Spurs. He was a phenomenal talent with us. And not only that, the reason why Kyle Anderson didn't really get to see like crazy numbers with us is because he was put in a position that he wasn't necessarily ready for. Like, we had to really lean on Kyle Anderson when all that stuff was going on with Kawhi, the injury, and all that good stuff, So, yeah, that's a dumb take.
DeJounte Murray, Derek White is okay. He's average.
Did he really just say Derek White was average? What do you mean Derek White is average? You're average. Your takes are average. What are you talking about? Derek White is phenomenal talent. What is he? Does he watch? Hello? Are you there? What? He's a phenomenal player. What? He's one of the best point guard defenders in the league. He takes so many charges. He has sneaky athleticism. His basketball IQ is through the roof. What is he talking about average? He is not an average point guard. That is so silly. This is funny.
Keldon
This is
Johnson
comedy.
averaged 12 points per game last year. I mean, these guys, I feel like.
Did he really just brush off? Bro, this was literally uploaded on August 9th. So this was uploaded after Keldon Johnson literally made the USA Olympic team. Wow.
None of them stand out, and Josh Primo might be another one of those guys who probably is just a 3-and-D player in the NBA.
I think
I'm just gonna let that slide. I won't harp on it. Okay, you said a lot of stupid stuff. Let's see what Tweedledum has to say.
which everything you just told me basically said the Spurs know how to draft good players. You know, just solid, good guys who can start in the league or come off the bench.
Okay. Yeah. We can draft solid guys. I mean, I've already shown the proof that literally every player after who we drafted, I mean, that wouldn't have been any better. We literally got the best player available. Like, literally. Like, I don't... okay.
And, you know, DeJounte Murray's a good player. Derek Wright's a good player. Keldon
Yeah.
Johnson's becoming a nice, solid player. Devin Vassell, I think he's going to be a nice, solid player.
Uh-huh.
But I think a lot of this is a testament to Greg Popovich's stubbornness. You know, I think over
What?
the years, the last few years, he's been very stubborn with playing his young players, and he's been very stubborn in trying to maintain that playoff route.
He has been stubborn, but I don't understand. Once again, what does this have to do with the topic of drafting and Popovich being stubborn? Are you trying to say if Popovich wasn't the coach that these guys would develop and they would be good draft picks? Like, where are we going with this, guys?
And I think, like you said, the Spurs development team hasn't been great. You know, a lot of these guys haven't panned out to be stars. You know, they've kind of been in
Our development team is, bro.
a situation where they're just stuck in the middle. And I think with this draft, they could have, you know, maybe made a push for an all-star or maybe made some noise, maybe. But then
They literally tried. They literally tried to draft up in this draft. They literally, and they couldn't do it. It's just, I don't know, business. Like, just kind of happens. You guys cover the NBA, right? Don't you know that this just kind of happens?
you go out and reach for a Josh Primo, and now if he turns out to be a star, obviously we're gonna look like idiots. But
Oh, you will.
even then,
Yeah, you look
picking
like
that,
idiots already,
just
actually.
guessing. Same thing
This
with
is
Kawhi. You
ridiculous.
pick him becoming a legendary, a legendary star. That's more to Kawhi than anything. You guys didn't know.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So if the Spurs do draft phenomenal talent that becomes a star, it has nothing to do with us. But if we get players that don't pan out to be stars, then we're just trash at doing our job. So basically, we can't win. I mean, that's basically what he's saying. Like, if a player does become a star, it has nothing to do with the development team or seeing that he could be that is such a stupid take.
This guy. They didn't know he was going to be one of the best two-way players of all time. You didn't expect that. So I think,
This should be on the Mount Rushmore of bad takes, like legit.
like you said, the development team in San Antonio needs to be worked up. They need to be fixed up because right now
Fixed
they're
up.
trending towards lottery, and
Oh
if they
my
keep
God,
picking
this is so
picks like this,
stupid.
they're never going to get back to that Spurs legendary, like that Spurs.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So there was a Tony Parker and a Manu Ginobili in this draft that we missed. Wow, we really should have drafted that Manu Ginobili. Like, what are you talking about? Like, these are once in a lifetime type talents that the Spurs have gotten in the past. Like, you can't put that all on them. That is so dumb.
Spurs dynasty that we know them for being a team that's winning
This is so
56 games,
stupid.
making the playoffs consistently.
This is
it's
so
it's not going
dumb.
to get to that point unless they figure out how to draft.
Bro, we
Also-
literally just went to a Western Conference Finals just a few years ago. And if it wasn't for the whole Kawhi Leonard fiasco, I mean, we would have won at least a couple by now, but whatever.
In that, before you go,
all
also
right, man.
in that Kawhi trade,
Please go.
instead of having the hindsight of okay, we need to blow it up now. They got back DeRozan, who gave them some good seasons, but it was just a lateral move.
That's
When they
all we
could've gotten
had.
that Jakob Poeltl and OG Anunoby, and now had
Wait.
OG as their centerpiece cornerstone.
Bro, they weren't the Toronto. We even tried to get Siakam. Toronto was very stubborn. They knew that we were desperate. They were very stubborn. The Spurs tried. They tried to get as many pieces they could, and this is all we could get. And guess what? We end up getting Keldon Johnson, the player that you guys are calling very average, but it's literally in the Olympics team that literally just won a gold medal. These guys are silly.
Player who had a lot of similarities to Kawhi coming out of college.
We don't even know if they'd have developed him right.
I feel like the
What-
tough
wait,
thing
what?
here is that these
Wait, what?
We don't even know.
Their centerpiece cornerstone player who had a lot of similarities to Kawhi coming out of college.
We don't even know if they'd have developed him right.
What does that
I
even
feel like
mean?
the tough thing here is that these
Are you okay?
draft picks, aside from obviously these last 2 years, they're not amazing draft picks. Even these last 2 years, 11 and 12. Of course, there's teams that hit, and San Antonio has been known for hitting, but it's tough to hit
Who?
on 19.
Who?
18.
Who should we have
That's a
gotten?
testament to them trying to stay competitive when they
And-
don't
and-
have
and
the pieces.
I 100% agree.
Who should
with
we have
that.
gotten?
Their inability
Who?
to accept.
Who should
are
we have
not
gotten?
A championship contender, and we're just gonna go out
Who do we
every
miss?
single night
Championship
and
duty.
try to win.
Who do we miss?
I respect that more than
Who do we miss?
I respect a team that's tanking like a Philadelphia did. It worked out.
That's
for them,
really
of course.
stupid.
They
That's a
got
really
Joel
stupid
Embiid,
take.
they got
Who
Ben
do we
Simmons,
miss?
whatever you wanna
We
say
got
about
DeJounte
him,
Murray,
but they
29.
got
Who do we miss?
Very good pieces
Zubac?
by being bad.
Is that who we miss?
They refused
Maka?
to do that. They
What
trusted
did we
their
do
draft
wrong?
process,
This
and
is
they
such a
allowed
stupid
themselves
take.
to stay
I'm
where
getting
they
very
were
angry.
and continue to play the hardest basketball that they possibly could, and it just put them in that awkward position, like you mentioned, where they're not in a great
is so
draft position,
stupid.
but they're not in a bad draft position, and it's tough to consistently keep drafting good players there. And you're 100% right.
So what's your solution? We just lose? Like we're not good enough to win a championship, but we're not bad enough to tank. So like what's your guys' take here? Wouldn't that be a testament of our drafting ability? The fact that we don't have a superstar, but we can still kind of stay above the water, or at least like near the top of the water? Like, is that not showing that we're good at the draft? Like, what are you guys trying to say? It's so stupid,
These
bro.
players that that you listed are not great players. Lonnie Walker
They're very-
never really panned out to what people thought he would
We don't know that yet, but he has gotten better year after year. Even his first season, he didn't even play. So what are you talking about?
be. He's an athletic basketball player at this point. That's just what he is. And you look at a guy like DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray is 100% the best player that they've drafted over these last few years.
Maybe, bro. I think these guys are casuals, honestly. Like, when it comes out of your mouth, especially this guy, that Derek White is average, and then you say without a doubt, this guy, that DeJounte Murray is the best player that we've drafted since 2014, I really think that all three of you guys are just casuals. I think that you don't know what you're talking about. I think that Skip Bayless should offer you a job on his show, because you guys, your takes are really bad, because that makes no sense. It just shows that you're not paying attention to what we have. The fact that you will say with all this confidence that DeJounte Murray is the best draft, not saying that he's not, because he could very well be, but with all the confidence in the world, that's so silly, bro. Like, Keldon Johnson is showing, even in his first, like, couple seasons, that he could be special. So I don't know what you're talking about. Even Devin Vassell, his rookie year, he's showing that he has a lot to his game. So he looks better than Kawhi did when we drafted him. Maybe Devin Vassell will work on his game and become really good, and it has nothing to do with the fact that we drafted him, right?
And he provides a good all-around game, but his offensive game is not one that's going to put them over the top. So, of course,
I agree
it's
with
not
that,
one
actually.
that you look at and you just think, oh, home run pick, even though he's a solid player.
But who
Again,
is
it's
better?
tough to consistently
We gotta look at this again.
draft home run guys in
Who
the
the
middle of the pack.
who-
It rarely
who?
happens. Once they
Who?
realize, you know what, we're not a good
Who
team.
should we have
we're gonna
gotten?
We're going to stop competing.
Who's
and we're gonna
better?
try and
Who's
drop
better than
into that
DeJounte Murray?
6,
After him,
you
who's
know,
better?
that 4 to 8 range draft picks. That's
Even
when I'll
before
start to
him,
really
he's better than most of
criticize
these
their draft
players.
process. Because
Look at this.
name another team
Simmons,
really
okay.
outside of San Antonio that
Jaylen
has
Brown,
hit
okay.
on guys late in the draft.
I think he's better than
outside of the
Bender.
Bulls in the 90s.
He's
It really
better than
hasn't
Thon
happened
Maker.
like that.
Toronto.
He's better than
Toron-
Valentine.
You know what? That's a very good one for
He's
sure.
better than
That-
Baldwin.
but other-
Milwaukee too.
He's better than
Middleton.
Man, these guys are really.
Well, they got the Giannis
For sure.
really, but
Giannis
Middleton
is
was
a lick. Middleton
got
was in the
drafted by
second round,
Detroit.
and that's their core right there. But
Memphis?
What are we talking about now?
Memphis too. Dylan Brooks.
but Ja was
Desmond
2.
Bane.
Jaren was 4,
But Dylan
wasn't
Brooks,
he?
Yeah,
Desmond
that's true.
Bane.
But that's
This video shows you that no matter how good your setup is, it doesn't make for good content.
really their core. Ja and Jaren, that's 2 and 4 right there.
I don't even think
I
Mike
want to
Conley
talk to
was
these
a
guys so
high pick.
bad, bro.
He was a high pick.
I want to talk to them
He
so
was a
bad.
5th pick. Yeah.
I'm just going
Yeah.
based off
What draft was that?
off real contenders.
I
Oh
forgot
my
that he
goodness,
was
bro.
a
We
high
just
pick.
babbling now. Can we
He was.
move on?
He gives me like 12th, 13th pick.
'Cause he's a small dude, but
Can we
just
move on?
that it's
that
it's, it's very rare you see someone consistently hit.
I mean, I think we're
NBA.
gonna see them have a top 10 pick.
Oh yeah, I think it's
Coming
coming
up.
sooner
Picks in the
rather
top
than later.
5 next year.
Top 5.
I want to say something just really quick. Joshua Primo is actually projected to be a top 5 pick next year if he were to stay in college. Like if no one would have picked him this year, next year he would have been a top 5 pick. That's what he was projected as. That's what most people were saying. So we kind of got him early. So yeah, this is really dumb. The fact that they will like say with all confidence that the Spurs have just gotten solid players, and then on the flip side say that that's not a good thing, that they haven't gotten an all-star. I'm sorry. I mean, if you look at the drafting over the past whatever years, what team has gotten nothing but all-stars? Like, what are you talking about? And then even if you look at it, even on an objective level, and you look at like who came after some of these guys, the Spurs didn't miss anybody. Like, even before them, DeJounte Murray is better than a majority of these guys. The only people on this list that I can see that's better than DeJounte Murray, and people will argue this, but Ben Simmons, maybe Ingram, I don't know, maybe Ingram, Jaylen Brown, maybe Buddy Hield, Jamal Murray, maybe Sabonis. That's kind of it. DeJounte Murray's better than all these guys. Maybe Siakam might be a little bit better, but I mean, that's literally just a couple picks away. Like, this is just, it's just such a bad take. I want this to be over. Let the suffering cease, please.
I think they need to do that, or else they're going to be caught in this continuous cycle and not get any better. When they realize that they weren't that good, they were the first pick in the draft. They are the reason why the draft lottery exists.
No, they weren't that good because D-Rob didn't play.
Very true, but they're the reason the draft lottery exists. Because they tanked for Tim Duncan, the lottery.
We didn't tank. David Robinson just became injured. We didn't actually tank, so.
Exists. So,
Is this over?
Because Detroit tanked for Grant Hill.
Okay, this
That
guy doesn't remember anything. Okay, it's fast forward.
First team to do it though. They
No,
sat
no.
Isaiah for a season and
the
tanked
fact
for
that they
Grant Hill.
won the championship that first year,
This is bad.
need to figure it out soon.
I want to see
Spurs
the
signed Doug
comments.
McDermott and Zach Collins in this free
I'm out.
agency.
Yikes.
There's
Yikes! Yo, it's like the takes get dumber and dumber, don't they? What do you mean, yikes? What do you mean, yikes? That's not a bad. That's yikes. Like, not only did they sign these two guys, Zach Collins, you paid literally nothing, and everyone knows that he's at least projected to be pretty good. So you're taking a little bit of risk, but you literally paid nothing, and he filled a position that you need. And then Doug McDermott has gotten nothing but better over the past year. Do you guys watch basketball? I mean, you have a poster here. Is it just for show? Like, do you watch basketball?
starting lineup next year is going to be DeJounte Murray, Derek White or Devin Vassell, Doug McDermott, Keldon Johnson, and Jakob Poeltl. Is this going to be the worst team in the NBA?
Arguably.
Yo, it's like the takes, like, they don't stop. It's like I thought it was over, and it just keeps getting dumber. Are we going to be the worst? Hello?
Them, Orlando, probably the Kings. Houston will be fighting for that
You think
spot.
Kings will be worse than them?
No, I'm saying they'll be fighting for that spot. You know how teams be. They could be worse than what they really are.
I think it's between
Why is he even here?
the Spurs, Orlando.
Even his headset is like cheaper than everyone else's. Why are you here?
And that's it.
I'm just not gonna doubt Pop. He'll
There you
find
go.
a way to make
All right.
them
Just leave it on a
10,
good
11
note.
Yeah,
seed. It's
like-
just gonna happen.
Yeah. Just leave it on a good note. Okay. Well,
Inevitably,
They're going to win some games for no reason.
They refuse.
They're gonna
to
win some
quit,
games
and
for no
that's just
reason.
been their
it doesn't have anything to do with our drafting. Okay, let's look at some of these comments. Oh, some of these people I recognize from my channel. Okay, what's up, y'all? This is a horrible take. Historically, who's the best drafting team, irregardless, around in NBA history? Obvious, like this is so obvious, dude. People shouldn't be so quick to create content that they fail to do due diligence in regards to research. Like it's so silly to even talk about. Like it's so silly. Like, okay, I won't. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want this video to go on too long. It's kind of hard to draft all-stars at the end of the first round. Thank you. He's from my channel. That's why he's so smart. Okay, he's from my channel. That's why he's so smart. Oh, I see you guys just like whatever you want to like, huh? I feel like you understanding most of our young players, considering they had limited shots and not much time. And yeah, it looks like most of this is just like, wow, yeah, wasted 10 minutes of my life. For those who are thinking of watching this video, it's just 3 guys showing their hate for the Spurs organization. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. How about this? Okay. I'm gonna leave a really angry letter. Okay. I'm gonna be a real Karen here. I'm gonna say bad take. Ooh, I know that's gonna ruin their day. Ooh, that's gonna ruin their day. Okay. This comment. Bad take. There we go. And yeah, should I give this a thumb? Yeah, I'm gonna give this a thumbs down, guys. This ain't it, Chief. Wow, I cannot believe, just like the comment said, I just wasted 10 minutes. That was really dumb. That makes no sense. Let's see, do they say anything else before we get out?
MO for years. Until they show me that they're gonna tank, I'm not gonna say that they're gonna be bad.
I think the Spurs will be a bottom 3 team in the NBA next season.
When's the last time that's happened?
Tim Duncan.
That's crazy.
Tim Duncan.
Dude, guys, you don't even know anything about, like, that's crazy. Like, come on, bro. You don't know anything about the Spurs. Wow, that was pretty awful. My thoughts on that, sorry about the music being so loud. My thoughts on that, really bad take. You don't know anything about the Spurs. You should not be ever covering the Spurs a day in your life. The fact that could even utter out of your mouth that the San Antonio Spurs are bad at drafting, that just blatantly shows your ignorance towards what the Spurs have done and what they have continued to do since 2014. They've been a phenomenal team for a very long time. I mean, a phenomenal drafting team for a very long time. There's no one in the NBA that draft better than the San Antonio Spurs. And it kind of sound like, without them saying it, it kind of sound like their solution to this whole thing is for the Spurs to tank. I don't know what else to say other than that is just really ridiculous. And it's really just low IQ take. I mean, that's just like the simplest solution. Just tank, and then you get a next Tim Duncan. I'm sorry to tell you guys this, but Tim Duncans do not come around like that, okay? They just don't. And a lot of these players that do end up being great, they aren't first overall picks. A lot of times they're like 5th, 7th, 12th. Like, they come out of nowhere. When did Giannis get drafted? That'd be the last thing we look at. He got drafted in 2013, and he came up 15th overall pick. That's what I'm talking about. So, look, I don't know what else to tell you guys. That's just a really bad take. And for you to even say that, you don't know what you're talking about. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry it was so long. Shameless plug, once again, if you want to become a patron, link in the description. Thus far, we have 14. I really appreciate all the love. It's only $2 per month if you want to help the channel, because I get copyright claimed with a lot. So I'll get with you guys later. Till next time. Wow.